requested to please rise as the convocation procession is entering the auditorium, comprising all the dignitaries. Holding the mass, we have the controller of the examination of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth and all the distinguished dignitaries along with the deans of different faculties. Thank you all. You may please be seated. Thank you all. You may please be seated. Thank you. The galaxy of intellectuals, distinguished dignitaries on the dais, invited guests and the students, ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this 12th virtual convocation of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune. The convocation program will begin with the rendering of the Vidyapeeth Geet.
नव्या जाणीवा नवीन स्वप्ने ओठी जीवन गान नवे नव्या जाणीवा नवीन स्वप्ने ओठी जीवन गान नवे उजळा या जनजीवनामध्ये नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे माय बोलीची अक्षर मुद्रा मना मनावर उमटावी संतवाणीची अमृतधारा संवादातून बरसावी शुभ शक्तीने करुणाईच्या विश्वनाथाने घडवावे उजळा या जनजीवनामध्ये नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे परंपरेतील सत्वशीलता कृतज्ञतेने जपायची दैववाद ग्रहण धारणा मना मनातून उसायची श्रमयोगाने परिश्रमाने विद्या वैभव जोडावे उजळा या जनजीवनामध्ये नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे विनम्रतेसह विज्ञानाचा जीवनात सहभाग हवा संघर्षाला नवरचनेच्या संकल्पाचा ध्यास हवा ज्ञान हेच सामर्थ्य आपल्या सत्कर्मातून प्रगटावे उजळा या जनजीवनामध्ये नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे नव्या जाणीवा नवीन स्वप्ने ओठी जीवन गान नवे नव्या जाणीवा नवीन स्वप्ने ओठी जीवन गान नवे उजळा या जनजीवनामध्ये नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे नवे ज्ञान विज्ञान हवे डीपीयूच्या साक्षीने देऊ ज्ञान विज्ञान नवे डीपीयूच्या साक्षीने देऊ ज्ञान विज्ञान नवे डीपीयूच्या साक्षीने देऊ ज्ञान विज्ञान नवे डीपीयूच्या साक्षीने देऊ ज्ञान विज्ञान नवे
Ladies and gentlemen, the Vidyapeeth Geet was presented by Dr. Gauri Kumbhar, Dr. Prasadi Kare, Dr. Tejaswini Prabhudesai, and Dr. Abhishek Yadav. Thank you very much for the Vidyapeeth Geet. I would now request Honorable Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, Dr. P.D. Patil, sir, to kindly light the digital lamp and inaugurate the 12th convocation. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. May I now invite on the dais the Registrar of the Vidyapeeth, Dr. A.N. Suryanka, sir.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I request you to kindly declare the 12th convocation open.
I declare the 12th convocation of the Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune open.
Vice Chancellor, sir, I request you to kindly present the Vidyapeeth report.
The most esteemed chief guest for today's convocation ceremony, Professor Dhirendra Pal Singh Ji, Honorable Chairman, University Grants Commission, New Delhi, respected Dr. Jayant Narikar, Emeritus Professor, the Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, Pune, respected Professor Ram Takavle Ji, Chief Mentor, MKCL Knowledge Foundation, and former Vice Chancellor, University of Pune, former Vice Chancellor, YCMU Nashik, and former Vice Chancellor, IGNOU, New Delhi. Respected Dr. P.D. Patil, sir, Honorable Chancellor, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, respected Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashitai Patil, Madam, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, members of the Board of Management, Academic Council, Deans of Faculties, the trustees, distinguished guests, the proud graduates of the day, faculty members, administrative staff of the Vidyapeeth, students, parents, members of the press and media, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great privilege and honor to welcome each one of you on behalf of the Vidyapeeth and on my personal behalf to this auspicious and solemn occasion of the 12th convocation of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune. It is a matter of great honor that respected Professor Dhirendra Pal Singh Ji has graciously accepted our invitation to be the chief guest on this particular occasion, in spite of his other significant commitments and priorities. He is a visionary leader and educationist with great ideas and innovative approach, an able administrator who believes in attaining results. Professor D.P. Singh has contributed substantially in the fields of environmental science, vocational education, and value education through various academic assignments, including several publications in different forms. He has significant exposure to international programs and experience of handling international projects. He is widely traveled and has visited many countries for academic pursuits. Professor D.P. Singh has contributed to a great extent in other higher education assignments and management of the institutions. He has served as a member of General Body for Indian Council for Cultural Relations, ICAR. Also, he is Governing Council member of the Association of Indian Universities, AIU. Professor Singh has acted as a member of several national committees constituted by MHRD for reshaping the future of higher education scenario in India. He has contributed as a member, Indian National Commission for Cooperation with UNESCO at MHRD. Professor Singh has been chairman, convener, member of search cum selection committees constituted for appointment of vice chancellors of a few central and state universities. Professor D.P. Singh has been bestowed with several honors and awards. I'm sure that his convocation address will inspire one and all, especially our bright young graduates. Sir, we look forward to your guidance and blessings on this auspicious occasion. At the outset, I wholeheartedly congratulate all the graduates who have successfully completed their education at this temple of learning and have become eligible to receive the degrees of the Vidyapit on this wonderful day. Today, a total of 1577 degrees with 679 undergraduate students, 874 postgraduate students, 10 diploma students, and 14 PhD fellows are being awarded for having completed their studies and passed the examination during this particular period. Gold medals are being bestowed upon 22 candidates who have secured highest marks in their respective disciplines. We feel greatly honored to inform that honoris causa degrees will be conferred upon respected Dr. Jayan Narlikar and respected Professor Ram Takavleji. DPU has recognized these two icons for their significant contributions towards development of vibrant India. The invaluable contributions of these two eminent personalities have made them worthy of their reputation, and in fact, they have honored this Vidyapit and the society at large by accepting the honoris causa degrees today. Let me share some of the recent achievements and persistent developments that have been crossed by Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapit, Pune, since the last convocation, which was held on 28 June 2020. Under the National Institutional Ranking Framework 2020, conducted by Ministry of Human Resource Development, New Delhi, the Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapit, Pune has achieved 3rd rank in dental category, 24th in medical category, 46th in the university category, and 75th in overall category in India. Recently, DPU has received one district, one green champion 2021-22 award for Swachhata Action Plan conducted by Mahatma Gandhi National Council for Rural Education under the Department of Higher Education, Ministry of Education, Government of India. Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College, Pune has been recognized as regional center for conducting revised basic course workshop exclusively for PG teachers in standalone PG institutions by National Medical Commission, New Delhi on 11 February 2021. Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College, Pune has received Environment Friendly Operation Theatre Award with Platinum Grade Score 98.6% by Bureau Veritas in January 2021. Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College, Pune has also received Certificate of Excellence for being recognized as 25th must-watch medical colleges in India by Higher Education Digest in October 2020. Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College Hospital and Research Center and Dr. D.Y. Patil Dental College and Hospital has been accredited by National Accreditation Board for Hospitals and Healthcare Providers, NABH, in 2021, and the Molecular Diagnostic Laboratory has been accredited by National Accreditation Board for Testing and Calibration Laboratories, NABL, in 2020. The Journal of Medical College, titled Medical Journal of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapit, has been indexed in Scopus and UGC Care. Also, Journal of Dental College, Journal of Dental Research and Review has been indexed in UGC Care. Dr. D.Y. Patil Biotechnology and Bioinformatics Institute received National Educational Excellence Award 2020 and top Biotechnology and Bioinformatics Institute of the Year 2020 award under Quality Education and Innovative Teaching Approach category for the year 2020. It also received title of 50 Most Promising Educational Institutes of India 2020. The award was given by National Educational Excellence Awards and Conference 2020. The Global Business School and Research Center has received a National Education Excellence Award 2021 in the category of Most Promising Academics amongst the management institutes from Maharashtra at New Delhi on 10th April 2021. DYP, Physio Alumni Association of Dr. D.Y. Patil College of Physiotherapy and IQAC initiative had organized 125 webinar series by alumni, which was declared in the Ashish World Record by Ashish World Record Research Foundation on 3rd December 2020. Ours is a young but very vibrant university with an academic culture that promotes merit, values, and academic fervor. All our courses and programs have been redesigned to meet the growing needs of specializations, to facilitate mobility between programs and the courses, to update and modernize curricula, and to encourage the introduction of reforms in the education evaluation procedure. We envisage creating an academic environment of international standards in healthcare education under the guidance and support of our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. P.D. Patil, sir. He has been very generous with his time and counsel, and we are indeed very grateful to him for his dynamic leadership to our university. In the area of research, university can grow successfully only when teaching and research get together symbiotically, as they have no independent existence. We have created conducive environment to undertake collaborative research projects, combining teaching, learning, and research to nurture originality, creativity, and novelty. I feel proud to state here that this year, DTPU published more than 800 papers in international and national journals of repute, which are indexed in Scopus, PubMed, Web of Science, and UGC-approved list of journals. There has been a significant rise in H-index from 45 to 51, indicating translational value and higher citations received by individual publications. The total number of 7,854 citations have been received in the year 2020. The highest impact factor among the publications during the year under report was 60.392, the Lancet, 42.778, the Nature, 21.597, Lancet Global Health. Publishing papers is only one part of research. However, filing patents and writing books, chapters, and editing books forms yet another aspect. I am also proud to state that this year DPU has filed 24 patents and 16 copyrights. Research is impossible without funding. DPU has always been supporting research activities and has provided seed money of more than 73 lakhs during the year. In addition, this year university has received a total extramural grant of more than 115 lakhs from the Department of Biotechnology DBT, DST, ICMR, and foreign agencies like NIH USA and Harvard Medical School Center for Global Health Delivery, Dubai. In keeping with our motto, breaking the boundaries, finding frontiers, and one of the missions, namely partnerships on organizations with congruent ideals, we have signed 88 MOUs and collaborative engagements with many institutions worldwide. The Linus Palme exchange program between DPU and University of Skövde, Sweden, has been funded by the Swedish Council of Higher Education, under which 2 students are selected with full tuition fee waiver with all costs covered for completion of 6 months project work at University of Skövde from 5th February 2021 to 4th July 2021. A 10-week online course for virtual mobility in molecular modeling is offered by the University of Skövde, Sweden, in which teachers from Institute of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics are participating in the teaching of this particular course. 2 students from Institute of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics were selected with full tuition fee waiver. The Department of Global Health Education, Johns Hopkins University, USA, has been sending their students in batches to our Medical and Nursing Institute to provide them global health training at DPU by fostering collaborative learning environment under their Global Health Leadership Program. Department of Medicine holds video conferences regularly, once a month, on Global Grand Round in Infections with Johns Hopkins University, USA. 162 faculty members and students participated in virtual international and national conferences during the COVID-19 pandemic and presented papers and posters at various conferences last year. From the last convocation, DPU has organized 128 conferences, seminars, and workshops, CMEs, webinars, and faculty development programs on virtual platform due to COVID-19 pandemic for faculty as well as students. We are extremely proud of our excellent faculty. They are really an asset to this institution and always update their knowledge and skills to help shape our students as an infinite reservoir of potential talent. I'm sure that these students, faculty, staff, and the alumni would work collectively towards building this educational institute as a world-class university. These reputed faculty members were invited to deliver keynote addresses or chair the technical sessions at various conferences, workshops, and received national and international awards, and also to participate as chairpersons, members of various national committees. About 184 faculty members received the national and international awards and recognitions, and also were invited as a resource person, panelists, judges for various international and national conferences. The students are very important component. In fact, a central theme of DPU's all activities is the students. The innovative concept of making learning as a fun-oriented and interactive activity boosts the insight of the students as they learn faster and open up to more ideas, making it easier for teachers to identify and distinguish the overall understanding of the subject by the students. I cannot exhaustively list all the laurels earned by the students, my dear students of DPU, but it is my hope and dream that these are various steps to bigger achievements that await you in your life. We have implemented innovative concept of making learning more effective and interesting by introducing concepts like experimental, integrated, and interdisciplinary learning, participatory, problem-solving, self-directed, patient-centric, evidence-based, project-based, and role-play methods to students to enable them to acquire overall understanding of the subject. DPU students have actively participated in various national and international conferences and presented papers or posters, and also participated in other activities. As in the past, this year too, we had a galaxy of top dignitaries, such as scientists, academicians from India and abroad, who made us richer by sharing their invaluable experiences, which were inspirational to one and all. The hospital is declared as baby-friendly hospital. In the area of social outreach, this particular achievement is remarkable. And this also is one of the activities which is recognized by the Best Breastfeeding Promotion Network of India. Diet and medicines are provided free of cost for IPD patients. The facilities for angiography, angioplasty, and cardiovascular surgery, fourth generation Da Vinci robotic surgery, 2 CT scan machines, 2 MRI scanners, digital X-ray machines, digital mammography, color Doppler, clinical laboratories with latest analyzers, pharmacy, blood bank, and human milk bank are in place. 18 modular OTs of global standard, 25 dialysis units, and 2 cath labs are available. Medical tourism has been started and super specialty services are available with latest global standards. We have Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College Hospital and Research Center. Pune has executed MOU with Pimpri-Chinchwad Municipal Corporation's Postgraduate Institute Yashwantrao Chauhan Memorial Hospital, Pimpri, Pune, providing services and facilities of the medical and Ayurveda hospital for treating COVID and non-COVID patients. We have organized screening and counseling camps for migrants and construction workers at Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College. More than 7,500 migrants and construction workers have been screened and counseled by Department of Psychiatry and Community Medicine. Also, we have conducted 43 blood donation camps and collected 1,364 blood units. Dr. D.Y. Patil Dental College offers dental checkup and treatment at its all 4 satellite centers, where 2,076 patients have been enrolled at Alandi Center, 212 patients at Ayurveda College, and 1,500 patients at Savitribai Phule Pune University Center have been enrolled last year. 1,000 patients got benefited, and also 4,795 patients have been enrolled in the department, which makes a total of 9,586 patients benefited by the department, along with its centers and mobile dental clinic. All the patients reporting to OPD with any tobacco-related habit are enrolled for free of cost behavioral counseling at Tobacco Cessation Center. Last year, 1,900 patients got enrolled, follow-up of which is managed through telephonic and personal interactions by dedicated counselor who maintains the records of each patient. Our Ayurveda College and Hospital is also functioning as a dedicated COVID-19 center with 272 beds. It is also approved as COVID-19 vaccination center. College has distributed herbal sanitizers, herbal hand wash, dhupan dravya, and immune booster Ayurvedic polyherbal decoction for preventive purposes. Shuddha Tattva Pharmacy of Rasashastra Department is GMP and FDA certified and preparing 222 Ayurvedic formulations. Paralysis Ayurvedic Treatment Center is inaugurated on 29 September 2020. Dr. D.Y. Patil Homeopathic Medical College had organized a mass drive for distribution of Arsenicum album 30 as homeopathic prophylactic medicine for COVID-19, and this was undertaken by the college as a part of its social responsibility. More than 3,000 policemen of PCMC as well as citizens were distributed with this medicine free of cost during COVID-19 pandemic. College also participated actively in the public health response to COVID-19 campaign for COVID-appropriate behavior organized by the Central Council of Homeopathy in New Delhi as a part of Jana Andolan against COVID-19 launched by Honorable Prime Minister. Nursing students participated in National Pulse Polio immunization programs as well as the vaccination programs. Physiotherapy College has organized various camps, blood donation drive, organ donation awareness drive, National Health Day celebration, awareness programs on COVID-19. Biotechnology and Bioinformatics Institute was recognized by the Social Entrepreneurship Swachhata and Rural Engagement Cell for its efforts on social transformation through entrepreneurship. Also, as an initiative towards social outreach of adopted village, NERE, Biotechnology Bioinformatics Institute organized food distribution and COVID-19 awareness. Global Business School and Research Center, in association with Bosch Bangalore, has conducted a mask distribution drive at Gram Panchayat Jambe village on 7th April 2021. 1,000 face masks were distributed through the Sarpanch of the village. In the area of infrastructure, DPU has always endeavored to deliver quality education in globally benchmark learning environment through modern amphitheater-style air-conditioned classrooms, high-tech labs and libraries. Not only has the physical infrastructure been extensively modernized, the facilities and equipment have improved at a faster pace. The hospital has 3 Tesla MRI system, Magnetom Vida with biometrics technology, which is the first installation of its kind. We have also installed robotic surgery system of Da Vinci, which is the 4th generation frontier for the minimally invasive surgeries of the modern century. The DPU Advanced State-of-the-Art IVF and Endoscopy Center was inaugurated at the auspicious hands of our Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Bhagyashree Patil Madam, on 16 February 2021. Also, Department of Cardiac Anesthesia is started in December 2020. Global Business School and Research Center has developed smart classroom for the students. In the era of digital learning, smart classroom is well equipped with specialized software, assistive technology, listening service devices, and audio and visual capabilities. Before I close, I would like my faculty and staff to join me in congratulating all our students who will be graduating today from DPU. To all those graduating students today, I hope you were able to get the most of what DPU had to offer, and that you will use your knowledge and experience fruitfully to serve the people of this country and those elsewhere. Set your goals higher. Glory will belong to you. Success has only one amazing formula. Stop thinking in terms of limitations and start thinking in terms of possibilities. I wish you all very best in your lives, both professional and personal. And as you move forward in your life, do reflect upon the many contributions that your family, your teachers, and your communities have made to your lives. Do remain connected with your alma mater and visit us whenever you earn to receive some of your fine moments. I urge you to remain worthy ambassadors and great alumni of this distinguished Vidyapeeth by upholding the virtues of honor and excellence in service to the society around you and beyond. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you very much, sir, for presenting the Vidyapeeth report. Ladies and gentlemen, the deans of the respective faculties will now present all the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in their respective faculties. Now, the Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Dr. H.G. Deshpande, will present the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Medicine. Students of the Faculty of Medicine shall arise.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present before you the students who have been declared to have passed Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, Master of Chirurgia, MCH Urology, Doctor of Medicine, DM Nephrology, Doctor of Medicine, MD, Master of Surgery, MS, Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery, Master of Clinical Optometry, Bachelor of Clinical Optometry Examinations, and who have registered for this convocation and who are present physically or virtually, and also those who have been permitted to remain absent. Today, on the occasion of 12th convocation, the PhD degree under the Faculty of Medicine is being confirmed on 7 candidates.
The alumni of the Faculty of Medicine shall take their seats. Now, the Dean of the Faculty of Dentistry, Dr. D. Gopalakrishnan, will present the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Dentistry. Students of the Faculty of Dentistry shall arise.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present before you the students who have been declared to have passed Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Dental Surgery, Bachelor of Dental Surgery, Diploma in Dental Mechanics examinations, and who have registered for this convocation and who are present physically or virtually, and also those who have been permitted to remain absent. Today, on the occasion of the 12th convocation, the PhD degree under the Faculty of Dentistry is being conferred on 2 candidates.
The alumni of the Faculty of Dentistry shall take their seats. Now, the Dean of the Faculty of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics, Dr. J.K. Pal, will present the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics. Students of the Faculty of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics shall arise.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present before you the students who have been declared to have passed Doctor of Philosophy, PhD, Master of Science in Biotechnology, Master of Technology Integrated in Biotechnology, Bachelor of Technology in Biotechnology, Bachelor of Technology in Medical Biotechnology examinations, and who have registered for this convocation and who are present physically or virtually, and also those who have been permitted to remain absent. Today, on the occasion of 12th convocation, the PhD degree under the Faculty of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics is being conferred on 1 candidate.
The alumni of the Faculty of Biotechnology and Bioinformatics shall take their seats. Now, the Dean of the Faculty of Management, Dr. Chetan Chaudhary, will present the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Management. Students of the Faculty of Management shall arise.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present before you the students who have been declared to have passed Doctor of Philosophy, Master of Business Administration, Master of Business Administration distance mode examinations, and who have registered for this convocation and who are present physically or virtually, and also those who have been permitted to remain absent. Today, on the occasion of 12th convocation, the PhD degree under the Faculty of Management is being conferred on 4 candidates.
The alumni of the Faculty of Management shall take their seats. Now, the Dean of the Faculty of Allied Medical Sciences, Dr. Tushar Palekar, will present the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Allied Medical Sciences. Students of the Faculty of Allied Medical Sciences shall arise.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present before you the students who have been declared to have passed Master of Physiotherapy, Bachelor of Physiotherapy examinations, and who have registered for this convocation and who are present physically or virtually, and also those who have been permitted to remain absent.
The alumni of the Faculty of Allied Medical Sciences shall take their seats. Now, the Dean of the Faculty of Nursing, Mrs. Rupali M. Sarvi, will present the candidates who qualify themselves for the degrees and diplomas in the Faculty of Nursing. Students of the Faculty of Nursing shall arise.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I present before you the students who have been declared to have passed Master of Science in Nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Post-Basic Bachelor of Science in Nursing examinations, and who have registered for this convocation and who are physically present or virtually present, and those who have been permitted to remain absent.
The alumni of the Faculty of Nursing shall take their seats.
The alumni of all the faculties will rise and remain standing till the Honorable Chancellor confers the degree and diplomas, followed by exhortation. The alumni will be seated only after Honorable Chancellor, sir, takes his seat after delivering exhortation.
by virtue of authorities vested with me as the Chancellor of this Vidyapit, I hereby declare that all the candidates who are present physically or virtually and those who are permitted to remain absent are admitted to the respective degrees and diplomas as proposed by the respective deans of the faculties.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, I request you to kindly deliver the exhortation.
On this occasion, as the Chancellor of this Vidyapit, I give you the advice in the following words of persons with wisdom. Remember these words and act in accordance with them. Satyam vada,
Speak the truth,
dharmam chara,
act in accordance with morality.
swadhyayan ma pramadaha,
Do not deviate from learning.
satyan na pramattavyam,
You should not deviate from truth.
dharman na pramattavyam,
You should not deviate from duties.
kushalan na pramattavyam,
You should not neglect mental and moral welfare.
bhuttai na pramattavyam,
You should not neglect material prosperity.
swadhyaya pravachanabhyam na pramattavyam,
You should not neglect learning and teaching.
matru devo bhava,
Revere your mother as God.
pitru devo bhava,
Revere your father as God.
acharya devo bhava,
Revere your teacher as God.
rashtra devo bhava,
Revere your nation as God.
yani anmadhyani karmani tani tvaya sevitavyani no itarani.
You should practice only those actions that are blameless and not others.
yani asmakam sucharitani tani tvaya upasyani.
You should respect and follow only the noble deeds performed by us.
esha adeshaha,
This is the instruction.
esha updeshaha,
This is the teaching.
etat anushasanam,
This is the exhortation.
evam upasitavyam.
You should respect and follow this.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I request Vice Chancellor, sir, Dr. N.J. Pawar, sir, to please come on the dais.
Honorable Chancellor, sir, may I request you to kindly award the gold medals to the recipients.
Thank you, sir. Please be seated. The alumni, please be seated. The Vidyapit Gold Medal for the student standing first at 3rd MBBS Part 2 examination in the year 2019 is awarded to Chaudhary Sabah Shaukat. Ladies and gentlemen, Chaudhary Sabah Shaukat, the Vidyapit Gold Medal for standing first at 3rd year MBBS Part 2 examination. The Vidyapit Gold Medal for the student standing first at Super Specialities examination in MCH Urology subject in the year 2020 is awarded to Avreen Singh Shah, and she has been permitted to remain absent. The Vidyapit Gold Medal for the student standing first at postgraduate medical degree examination in dermatology, venereology and leprosy subject in the group of allied to medical subjects in the year 2020 is awarded to Shah Bhavika Manish. Ladies and gentlemen, Shah Bhavika Manish. The Vidyapit Gold Medal for the student standing first at postgraduate medical degree examination in anesthesiology in the group of subjects allied to surgery in the year 2020 is awarded to Kamborkar Ashwini Shrikant, and she has been permitted to remain absent. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at postgraduate medical degree examination in general medicine subject in the year 2020 is awarded to Waja Mukhtar Ahmad Salim. Waja Mukhtar Ahmad Salim. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at postgraduate medical degree examination in general surgery subject in the year 2020 is awarded to Sri Ganesh B. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Bachelor of Clinical Optometry (B-Optom) examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Bhumika Rajesh Dharmani. Ladies and gentlemen, Bhumika Rajesh Dharmani. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Clinical Optometry (M-Optom) examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Tandare Mamta Mukundaraj. Tandare Mamta Mukundaraj. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Bachelor of Dental Surgery examination in the year 2019 is awarded to Niharika Bhatia. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Dental Surgery examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Nayana Sen Gupta, and she has been permitted to remain absent. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at BTech Biotechnology examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Naveen Vinod Gokarna. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at BTech Medical Biotechnology examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Hina Khurana, and she has been permitted to remain absent. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at MTech Integrated Biotechnology examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Belekar Prajakta Ashok. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Science Biotechnology examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Mohire Vaibhavi Milind Manasi. Mohire Vaibhavi Milind Manasi. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Business Administration MBA examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Megha Mahajan. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Business Administration, MBA Distance Mode Examination, batch of June 2018, in the year 2020 is awarded to Kard Akshay Pandit. Kard Akshay Pandit. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Business Administration, MBA Distance Mode Examination, batch of January 2019, in the year 2021 is awarded to Gurbinder Chaudhary. Gurbinder Chaudhary. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Bachelor of Physiotherapy Examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Chandani Pankaj Bhai Patel, and she has been permitted to remain absent. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal in memory of Professor K.B. Powar for the student standing first at Master of Physiotherapy Examination in the year 2020 is awarded to R. Kirthana. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Bachelor of Science in Nursing, BSc Nursing Examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Kamre Shubhangini Digambar. Kamre Shubhangini Digambar. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Post-Basic Bachelor of Science in Nursing Examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Jyoti Singh. The Vidyapeeth Gold Medal for the student standing first at Master of Science in Nursing, MSc Nursing Examination in the year 2020 is awarded to Chopade Sara Hridaynath. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the gold medalist for the 12th convocation. We will now start with the gold medalist of the 11th convocation. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to mention here that the 11th convocation of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth was held on 28th of June 2020, also on the online platform. But because of coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic situation, the gold medals could not be presented in person. These students are now being presented the gold medals. May I request Vice Chancellor Sir to give away the gold medals.
Honorable Chancellor, Sir, may I request you to kindly present the gold medals to the recipients. Thank you.
Priya Sridhar, third year MBBS Part 2 examination, 2018, and Priya has already been handed over her gold medal. Next we have Chaudhary Neeraj Chagan, Super Specialities MCH Urology Examination, 2019. Chaudhary Neeraj Chagan. Next, we have Samiksha Ramanarayan Sahu. Samiksha Ramanarayan Sahu, postgraduate medical degree examination in psychiatry subject in the group of subjects allied to medicine, 2019. Samiksha Ramanarayan Sahu. Next, we have Patil Amruta Changdev, postgraduate medical degree examination in anesthesiology subject in the group of subjects allied to surgery, 2019. Patil Amruta Changdev. Next is Chalaka Suresh Shinde, who has been permitted to remain absent, postgraduate medical degree examination in general medicine subject 2019. Next we have Chauhan Varun Vinit Kumar. Chauhan Varun Vinit Kumar, postgraduate medical degree examination in general surgery subject 2019. Next, we have Bharuka Apurva Dilip. Bharuka Apurva Dilip, postgraduate medical diplomas examination 2019. Next, we have Taldevkar Shreya Suresh, Bachelor of Clinical Optometry, BE Optom examination 2019. Taldevkar Shreya Suresh. Next is Rosa Dorothy De Mello, and she has been permitted to remain absent. Master of Clinical Optometry, M-Optom examination 2019. Next, we have Shaila Dureja, Bachelor of Dental Surgery examination 2018. Shaila Dureja. Next is Deshpande Apeksha Prashant, Master of Dental Surgery examination 2019, and she has been permitted to remain absent. We have now Ananya Sharma, BTech Biotechnology examination 2019. Ananya Sharma. Next is Shenoy Shamika Ravindra, BTech Medical Biotechnology examination 2019, and she has been permitted to remain absent. Next, we have Princey Kakani, MTech Integrated Biotechnology examination 2019. Next is Bhavika Gupta, Master of Science examination 2019. She has been permitted to remain absent. And Priya Tripathi, Master of Business Administration, MBA examination 2019. She has also been permitted to remain absent. Next, we have Sadavarti Meghna Vishnu, Master of Business Administration, MBA, Distance Mode, batch of June 2017, examination 2019. Sadavarti Meghna Vishnu. Next is Devnani Bhamna Rajesh, Bachelor of Physiotherapy examination 2019, and she has been permitted to remain absent. Next, we have Jain Akshata Sanjeev, Master of Physiotherapy examination 2019, in memory of Professor K.B. Powar. Jain Akshata Sanjeev. Next is Jessin Verghese, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, BSc Nursing examination 2019. Jessin Verghese. Next, we have Chelakudam Jasmine Osef, Post-Basic Bachelor of Science in Nursing, PBBSc Nursing examination 2019. And the last candidate we have Vimla Thomas, Master of Science in Nursing, MSc Nursing examination 2019. Thank you, sir, for awarding the gold medals. May I request all the dignitaries to please take their seats. May I once again invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. N.J. Pawar, sir.
I have a great pleasure in presenting before you Dr. Jayant Narlikar, founder of Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, IUCAA.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to read the citation presented to Dr. Jayant V. Narlikar. It is our great privilege to honor Dr. Jayant Vishnu Narlikar, the Indian astrophysicist and an emeritus professor at the Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, IUCAA. The renowned astrophysicist is known for developing the conformal gravity theory with Sir Fred Hoyle, also known as Hoyle-Narlikar theory. The theory synthesis is Albert Einstein's theory of relativity and Mach's principle. It proposes that the inertial mass of a particle is the function of the masses of all other particles multiplied by a coupling constant, which is a function of the cosmic epoch. As for his early life, education, and career, Dr. Narlikar was born on July 19, 1938, in a highly educated and cultured family in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. His educational sojourn began on the campus of Banaras Hindu University, where his father, Vishnu Vasudev Narlikar, was professor and head of the mathematics department, and his mother, Sumati Narlikar, was a Sanskrit scholar. After a brilliant career in school and college, Narlikar got his BSc degree in 1957. He went to Cambridge for pursuing his higher studies and secured the Wrangler and Tyson Medal in the mathematical tripos. He got his Cambridge degrees in mathematics, BA, PhD, MA, and Doctor of Science, but did his specialization in astronomy and astrophysics. He distinguished himself at Cambridge with the Smiths Prize in 1962 and Adams Prize in 1967. He later stayed on at Cambridge till 1972 as a Fellow of King's College and founder staff member of the Institute of Theoretical Astronomy. During this period, he laid the foundation of his research work in cosmology and astrophysics in collaboration with his mentor, Fred Hoyle. Dr. Narlikar returned to India to join the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research, where, under his charge, the Theoretical Astrophysics Group acquired international standing. In 1988, he was invited by the University Grants Commission as founder director to set up the proposed Inter-University Center for Astronomy and Astrophysics, IUCAA. He retired from this position in 2003. Under his able guidance, IUCAA has acquired a worldwide reputation as a center for excellence in teaching and research in astronomy and astrophysics. Dr. Narlikar has been internationally acclaimed for his work in cosmology in championing models alternative to the popularly believed Big Bang model. He was president of the Cosmology Commission of the International Astronomical Union from 1994 to 1997. His work has been on the frontiers of gravity and Mach's principle, quantum cosmology, and action at distance physics. Throughout his distinguished career, Dr. Narlikar has received several national and international awards and honorary doctorates. He is a Bhatnagar awardee, as well as recipient of the M.P. Birla Award, the Prix Janssen of the French Astronomical Society, and an associate of the Royal Astronomical Society of London. He is a fellow of the 3 National Science Academies as well as of the 3rd World Academies of Sciences. Apart from his scientific research, Narayikar has been well known as a science communicator through his books, articles, and radio and TV. For these efforts, he was honored by UNESCO in 1996 with the Kalinga Award. Dr. Narayikar broke new grounds in space research when, during 1999 to 2003, he headed an international team in pioneering experiment designed to sample air from microorganisms in the atmosphere at heights of up to 41 kilometers. Biological studies of the samples collected led to the findings of live cells and bacteria, thus opening out the intriguing possibility that the Earth is being bombarded by microorganisms, some of which might have seeded life itself here. For his immense contributions, Dr. Narayikar was honored with Padma Bhushan in 1965 and Padma Vibhushan in 2004. Today, for Dr. Jayant V. Narayikar's lifelong devotion and deep commitment to the field of astronomy and astrophysics, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth Pune is proud to confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on this day, 29th of June, 2021. Thank you.
May I request Honorable Chancellor, sir, to confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Dr. Jain Narayikar for his contributions towards astronomy, astrophysics, and international work in cosmology.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Narayikar is present with us on live mode.
By virtue of my office, I confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Dr. Jayant Narayikar, sir.
May I now request Dr. Jain Narayikar, sir, to respond. Sir, please.
Distinguished people on the dais, ladies and gentlemen, and new graduates. I have 2 alma maters, Banaras Hindu University, that is BHU, and Cambridge University. A few years ago, BHU celebrated its centenary, its century, while even earlier, Cambridge had celebrated its 800th anniversary. Remember, 800. Compared to these, the DPU is around 16 and celebrating today its 12th convocation. As they say in Sanskrit, Prapteshu Shodashe Varshe Putre Mitra Vadachare. When the child reaches 16 years of age, it should be treated as an adult friend. DPU is entering that phase now and is already showing marks of excellence. I wish it a distinguished future and many academic successes. And I wish today's graduates at DPU a happy career that will bring good name to their alma mater. Last but not the least, I am proud and delighted at the honor that has been bestowed on me today. Thank you very much.
I have a great pleasure in presenting before you Professor Ram Takavale, former Vice Chancellor, University of Pune, Yashwantrao Chauhan, Maharashtra Open University, Nashik, and Indira Gandhi Open University, New Delhi, founder of MKCL Knowledge Foundation, and chief mentor, MKCL Knowledge Foundation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, I take this pleasure to read the citation presented to Professor Ram G. Takavale. It is our proud privilege to honor Professor Ram Takavale, Emeritus Professor in the University of Pune and Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University, Nashik, Chief Mentor, MKCL Knowledge Foundation, Founder Director, Maharashtra Knowledge Corporation Limited, and President, Indian Consortium for Educational Transformation. Professor Takavale was born on 11th of April 1933 at Hargude village located in Saswat Taluka, Pune. As for his educational odyssey, he passed his matriculation examination from the prestigious Nutan Marathi Vidyalaya in Pune, graduation from Ferguson College, and his master's from the University of Pune. He completed his PhD degree from the Moscow State University. As for his career, for over 2 decades, Professor Takavale taught physics and had been a research guide at the University of Pune. He was the Vice Chancellor of 3 universities, Pune University, Pune, Founder Vice Chancellor of Yashwantrao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University, Nashik, and Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Professor Takavale has been associated with many national and international organizations. He was the president of the Association of Indian Universities, president of Asian Association of Open Universities, founder member and the president of the Maharashtra Academy of Sciences. He is also closely associated with the Commonwealth of Learning, Vancouver, Canada, and was a member of the COL Review Committee and Regional Advisor, South Asia, to the President of COL. He was Director, Indian Institute of Education, IIE, Pune. He was also associated in various capacities with the Association of Commonwealth Universities, International Council for Distance Education, and many committees and bodies at the national and international level. Professor Takavale is also heading a high-powered committee on subdivision and reorganization of universities in Maharashtra. One of Dr. Takavale's lifelong concerns has been to extend education to empower people, particularly in the scenario of diversity, disparity, deprivation, and large numbers. He is currently associated with the development of programs of school and teacher education in Always Connected, the environment created by the internet. His current interest is to evolve a model of new education with development-centric creation of value and wealth through cooperative and collaborative working and learning. For this purpose, he is trying to develop the cyber-real structure of educational organization and management called Param University and Param School, along with the third model of development. The object is to radically reconstruct the current education system and make it suitable for the socio-economic transformation required in the 21st century connected world. Professor Takavale has been conferred with many national and international awards and honors. He has been bestowed with 3 honorary doctorates, Meritorious Service Award by AAOU, UGC's Pranamananda Saraswati Award, Chaturanga Puraskar for Education, to name a few. In recognition for his exemplary commitment to the field of education, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune is proud to confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Professor Ram G. Takavale on this day, 29th of June, 2021.
I request Honorable Chancellor, sir, to confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Professor Ram Takole for his contributions towards the education and its extension to empower people and development of extension education in open university system. Thank you.
By virtue of my office, I confer the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa on Professor Ram Takole.
May I now request Professor Ram Takole sir to respond. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, and Vice Chancellor, and Chief Guest, Professor D.P. Singh, and members of the university authorities, students, teachers, and others. I'm thankful to all the officers and authorities of DP University for conferring honorary degree in science on me. It is a great pleasure and honor to me to receive this honor along with Professor Jayant Narlikar, renowned mathematician, scientist, rationalist, and humanist, and widely recognized author of scientific books. I have heard about DP University. Starting from a medical college, it has become a medical university. It has risen in quality and is getting national recognition. I wish this university to grow and rise to the highest level of globality by becoming a unique and uncommon institution. Friends, each one of us is unique and different. We live not alone, but collectively. By forming a small family or a big group or parivar, we form our community. We can acquire our unique and uncommon nature through our well-directed academic activities, along with an urge to serve society well. We are living in a COVID pandemic situation. We are forced to remain at home and live and work from home. This situation is likely to continue for some more time. We are therefore forced to use digital technology quite frequently. Our processes of living and working are interacting with others have radically changed. We are now entering into a new digital society. The new age is an outcome of using digital technologies and tools. They are creating artificial intelligence or AI-based new digital industrial age. Our living, working, and creating processes are being acquired by us, are quite new. They are replacing the old processes of the old age based on auto machines. The new digital technologies are creating new tools and gadgets of the new age. Within a decade, we will have, for our daily use, advanced robots, smart things, and drones in our daily life and work. These new machines are the outcomes of the application of scientific causality and rationality. As is our experience of the past machine age of auto machine, human muscle power was no match to machine power. Same is going to happen in new age. Human scientific intelligence will never match with that of advanced robots. Humans have to find out for its different nature and a way of to assert human identity and superiority over the AI-based machines. Humans are different and superior in having a mind, which works with our body action. Mind imparts that uncertainty which makes it difficult to predict human action. Humans are now having will, imagination, and creativity that cannot be easily imparted to the intelligent machines. For this purpose, we need to have a model of education that links education with social development and the development with values, wealth, and creativity. The goal of the new education should be to find unique and different nature of each group and organization. It should not only show the path of life along with progress and modernity, but also help us to find one's own unique and uncommon nature. Friends, I'm sure the challenges of the AI-based new age will be many. We have to face them and help create future with the self-identity along with its unique and uncommon nature. I wish you all the best success in finding life path with lifelong learning in the new AI age. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Honorable Chancellor, sir, to kindly address the Assembly.
Good afternoon. Dignitaries on the dais and virtual dais. Honorable Professor Dr. D.P. Singh, Chairman, University Grant Commission, New Delhi. Honorable Ram Takole, sir. Honorable Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Jayant Narikar, sir. Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashree Patil, Pro-Chancellor and co-founder of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune. Professor N.J. Pawar, sir, Vice Chancellor, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth. Dr. Suryakar, sir, Registrar of the University. Dr. Firenge, sir, Examination in Charge. Dr. Somnath Patil, Secretary to Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth Society. Smita Jadhav, Trustee and Director. Dr. Yashraj Patil, Trustee and Director. Esteemed members of the faculty, staff of the DPU, dear graduating students, their proud parents, press, and media, ladies and gentlemen. I am delighted to join you today on the occasion of the 12th virtual convocation ceremony of DPU. It is an honor and privilege for me to warm welcome to you all. I congratulate all the students who have received degrees and honors today. This is a truly defining moment for all of you. August audience, this has been a year same like 2020. Second year of firefighting to face the global pandemic and to continue teaching and administration under challenging circumstances. I would like to begin by taking a moment to acknowledge the huge debt of gratitude the DPU owes to you and to you all of its staff. During the period of COVID pandemic, all the doctors, nurses, the supporting staff of Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College and Hospital have sacrificed their own health and served the COVID patients. You will be blessed with the thousands of patients who have been cured. I salute you all. It is a matter of great pleasure for me to present some accomplishments of Dr. D.Y. Patil University in the education excellence and academic contribution to the nation in a span of 2 decades. From a humble beginning with one unit, that is Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College, Hospital and Research Center, DPU, over the last 16 years has grown steadily with addition of 8 more constituent units under its ambit. With these 9 units, Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapith Pune has distinguished itself by creating the brand name DPU, offering professional education in medicine, dentistry, nursing, physiotherapy, optometry, biotechnology, management, Ayurveda, and homeopathy. DPU has been accredited by NAAC, twice awarding A grade with CGPA of 3.62 in second cycle, followed by Category 1 deemed to be university status by UGC. The Vidyapith has also been placed at rank 3rd in dental, 24th in medical, 46th in university, and 75th position in overall category. In the National Institutional Ranking Framework 2020 by then Ministry of Human Resources Development, Government of India. I congratulate and extend my best wishes to our administrative leaders and competent faculty who contributed the most to the endeavor. These rankings are a recognition to the sheer quality of the work you do in research, in teaching, and in the many forms of hard work. Honorable Padma Shri Dr. D.Y. Patil, the founder of this educational complex, is the visionary whose guidance and encouragement has enabled us acquire the status of an institution at national and international level. Ladies and gentlemen, today, the gracious presence of Professor D.P. Singh Sir, Chairman, UGC, he has added more glory to the occasion. Honorable Sir has about 34 years of professional experience in different aspects of education planning and administration, institution building, teaching and training, research and development, international cooperation. Professor Singh Sir has provided leadership as the Vice Chancellor of 3 universities, Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar, and Devi Ahilya University, Indore, for developing conducive learning environment, enhancing academic and administrative efficiency, fostering excellence in research, encouraging global facilitation of higher education, developing an eco-friendly campus, strengthening student support, promoting value-based conduct and governance. As the Vice Chancellor of BHU, Professor D.P. Singh Sir contributed immensely to its overall development. BHU was ranked number 1 among Indian universities in India Today Nelson Survey. Professor Singh has served as a Vice Chancellor of Dr. Hari Singh Gaur University, Sagar, the oldest university of Madhya Pradesh. During his tenure, both the universities were accredited with A grade by the NAAC. Last year, I watched the interview with him on TV. The interview was in Hindi. उस मुलाकात में प्रोफेसर सिंह सर से पूछा गया था कि आपके वाइस चांसलर के कार्यकाल में बीएचयू देश की नंबर 1 यूनिवर्सिटी बनी, अहिल्या देवी यूनिवर्सिटी और हरि सिंह गौर यूनिवर्सिटी को नैक की ए ग्रेड मिली। ऐसा क्या फार्मूला है कि जहां आप गए वह यूनिवर्सिटी बेहतर बन गई? प्रोफेसर सिंह सर ने इस सवाल का बहुत ही बेहतरीन ऐसा जवाब दिया है, वो आज भी मुझे याद है। जवाब में उन्होंने कहा था कि नीयत अच्छी होनी चाहिए। आप जहां काम करते हो उस संस्था के साथ आपका कमिटमेंट अच्छा होना चाहिए। संस्था के प्रगति के साथ खुद को ईमानदारी से जोड़ते रहना चाहिए। टीम वर्क अच्छा चाहिए। सभी का सहयोग लेकर ही आप आगे बढ़ेंगे। वाइस चांसलर हेड होता है, उसकी इंटीग्रिटी, ऑनेस्टी, इसका भी महत्व होता है। जो हम कहते हैं वो अगर करेंगे तो लोग साथ देते हैं। Professor Singh sir, I would say in the answer you have explained the whole summary and formula for success. Great, thank you very much sir. Respected sir, your presence has taken today ceremony to new heights. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, two great personalities today conferred with honorary doctorate, Doctor of Science, honoris causa, Dr. D.Y. Patil University, Honorable by Dr. D.Y. Patil University, Honorable Dr. Ram Takole sir, and Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Jayant Narikar sir. Padma Vibhushan, Dr. Jayant Narikar sir, need no introduction. He is one of those very few scientists in India who have contributed to the field of astrophysics throughout the life. If one needs to name the Pitama Bhishma of astrophysics for the today's India, there is only one name, and he is none other than Dr. Narikar sir. After a brilliant career in school and college, Narikar sir got his BSc degree in BHU in 1957. He went to Cambridge for higher studies. During his 15-year stay abroad, Dr. Narikar made many important researches. At Cambridge University, Sir Dr. Fred Hoyle and Dr. Narikar presented a few theory of gravitation to the Royal Society of London on 11th June 1964. Dr. Narikar sir is one of the few cosmologists in the world of disagree with the Big Bang theory. He said that passivity is not just a fundamental property of matter, but has to do with cosmology. From 1970 to 89, Dr. Narikar sir was at the Tata Institute of Fundamental Research in Mumbai. He moved to Pune in 1989 to take charge of IUCA. At the IUCA Astronomy Research Institute, he invited many world-renowned scientists to interact with researchers and the community. Due to IUCA and Narikar sir, our Pune became famous internationally in the field of science. Dr. Narikar sir had decorated Padma Bhushan in 1965 at the young age of only 26. In 2004, he was awarded Padma Vibhushan. We pray to the God to give him good health and long life, so that he may continue to serve the world of science and the country. Dr. Ram Takole sir is a former Vice Chancellor of the University of Pune from 1978 to 1984. At the age of 45, he became the youngest Vice Chancellor of India. During his tenure as a Vice Chancellor, Pune University was among the top 5 universities in the country. Dr. Takole is a founder Vice Chancellor of Yeshwantharao Chauhan Maharashtra Open University, YCMOU, Nashik, 1989 to 1995, and Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, New Delhi. Dr. Takole sir evolved distinctive model of a state open university, Vaisu MOU, which won an award of excellence from the Commonwealth of Learning in 2003 for its innovative delivery system. One of his lifelong concerns is to extend education to empower common people, particularly in the scenario of diversity, disparity, deprivation, and large numbers, and the scenario of digital age society. Even at the age of 88, he is still engaged in research in the field of education. My best wishes to him for a happy and healthy life. Jived Sharad Shatam. My dear students, graduation is such an important milestone for graduates and their families, and I congratulate you all on your achievements. The completion of your degree is a great personal accomplishment and is also a milestone shared by parents, siblings, and friends who contributed to your success. Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth is also proud of your achievements and wish you all the best in your chosen career as you leave DPU as one of our valued ambassadors. As you enter the job market, it is important that you chart your own path, a unique path. The workplace has experienced a significant shift in the last more than a year. A significant shift has not been experienced in about 100 years. We were adapted to the daily commute to our workplace, and that has been dismantled. We were working behind a desk in a specific location. Now you can work from anywhere. Multinationals across the world have been forced to adopt and introduce new policies that respond to our current situation. And you have to start thinking differently to adapt to that shift, which is a game changer and will most likely remain that way for a very long time. Millions of jobs have become outdated, but millions of jobs and opportunities have been created as a result of the pandemic. Disruption is an enabler. Take this opportunity and create the next global disruptor. I am sure that all of you can relate to the personal growth you have experienced to start the next stage of your journey. You take with you the knowledge, professional skills, and maturity to make a major contribution to your chosen field and to society. Use those attributes wisely and as a product of the DPU, my colleagues and I'll watch for those contributions in the years to come. With this, once again, I wish you all with great success in life ahead. Thank you very much.
Honorable Professor D.P. Singh, Chairman, UGC Grants Commission, New Delhi. Sir, may I request you to kindly deliver the convocation address. Thank you.
Honorable Chancellor of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, Dr. P.D. Patil ji, Honorable Pro-Chancellor Dr. Mrs. Bhagyashree P. Patil ji, Honorable Vice-Chancellor Dr. N.J. Pawar ji, Registrar Dr. A.N. Surekar, eminent personalities who have been conferred the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa today, respected Dr. Jayant Narlikarji, Emeritus Professor Ayuka, and respected Professor Ram Takwale, Chief Mentor, Maharashtra Knowledge Corporation Limited, trustees, members of Board of Management and Academic Council, deans, directors, principals, faculty members, staff and students, all invited guests and dignitaries, media persons. It is indeed a great pleasure to join you on this momentous occasion of 12th convocation of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth Pune. I thank the Honorable Chancellor and the Vice Chancellor for inviting me to this occasion. The convocation at any educational institution is a very important and memorable moment for the academic fraternity, particularly the students. It is a new journey for the graduating students in their life. My heartfelt congratulations to all those students who have put in their hard work to earn gold medals. I also congratulate the students who have received their degrees today. This is an unforgettable moment and memorable day for you. Best wishes to all of you as you embark on this new chapter of your life. Our former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam once said, and I quote, "If you want to shine like a sun, you must first burn like a sun." Let your hard work keep you on your toes for your future endeavors, and may you all contribute for the nation building according to your ability, your potential, and your skill to raise the prestige of your family, your institution, and your country at the global level. I am happy to note that Dr. D.Y. Patil Medical College, Hospital and Research Center, Pune, made a humble beginning of its journey, and now it has grown exponentially. Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth Pune is offering professional education in medicine, dentistry, nursing, physiotherapy, optometry, biotechnology, management, Ayurveda, and homeopathy. I am happy to note that the Vidyapeeth has obtained good positions in the NIRF 2020. I compliment the Honorable Chancellor, Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, faculty, staff, and students on these achievements. I believe in future also, the Vidyapeeth will continue to bring about meaningful changes to millions of young creative minds of the country. I also appreciate the initiatives of the Vidyapeeth for successfully carrying out the online teaching and administrative activities during the COVID-19 pandemic, including today's convocation through virtual mode. Friends, the Government of India, Ministry of Education, and all concerned organizations are working persistently, rigorously, and collaboratively to address the need of access, equity, equality, affordability, and accountability in our education system. As a result, the first education policy of the 21st century, that is National Education Policy of India NEP 2020, was rolled out in July 2020 after a gap of 34 years. This policy has a potential to bring a large-scale transformational reforms, both at school and higher education level. This policy is built on the principle that education must develop not only cognitive capacities, both the foundational capacities of literacy and numeracy, and higher order cognitive capacities such as critical thinking and problem solving, but also social, ethical, and emotional capacities and dispositions. For the successful implementation and execution of NEP, we have a huge expectation from our higher educational institutions, and we are looking forward for their constant support in this educational reform. Our higher educational institutions, our universities are expected to overhaul and re-energize the quality of higher education with equity, inclusion, and for that, we need to restructure and consolidate our entire educational framework in order to eliminate silos between different areas of learning. The national education policy provides that there would be no hard separations between arts and sciences, between curricular and extracurricular activities, between vocational and academic streams, etc. Multidisciplinarity in higher education institutions and a holistic approach for teaching learning practices will also be endorsed to ensure the integrity of all knowledge. The ultimate aim is to develop well-rounded individuals who possess critical 21st century capacities in fields across the arts, humanities, languages, sciences, social sciences, and professional, technical, and vocational fields. An ethic of social engagement, soft skills such as communication, discussion and debate, and rigorous specialization in chosen fields. Some of the major challenges faced by higher education system in India today comprise employability of graduates, upholding state-of-the-art curriculum, enrichment and maintenance of quality teaching research and services, and absorption of latest technologies that can revolutionize the way of learning. To address these challenges, University Grants Commission, UGC, in the year 2018 set in motion a process of in-depth reforms in higher education in India. By adopting higher education quality improvement program or quality mandate with 10 verticals focusing on improving the quality in higher education institutions. These include induction program for students, Diksharam, training program for teachers, Gurdakshata, learning outcome based curriculum framework, promoting quality research and ICT-enabled teaching learning, inculcation of values and ethics, Muli Prabha, alumni engagement, etc., etc. The success of UGC's initiatives entirely depends on the sincerity and enthusiasm with which our universities and colleges, faculty members and students have adopted the suggested guidelines and framework in their regular teaching learning practices. In fact, teachers are the torch bearers in the process of educational reforms. I would like to acknowledge the amicable role played by our teachers in nation building and to inspire, motivate, encourage and educate learners in their classrooms. Our teaching profession is therefore morally and intellectually demanding, requiring dedication and devotion. Your role as a mentor and counselor in youth upbringing is as important as your role as a teacher. I call upon my teaching fraternity to be a role model for your students and let your words lighten up their paths. Swami Vivekananda once said, and I quote, "Within man is all knowledge, and even in a boy it is so, and it requires only an awakening, and that much is the work of a teacher. To awaken someone else, one must be already awake." Dear students, a new chapter in your life begins today, which will lead you to success and further achievements. I hope, as a responsible citizen, you will play an important role in contributing to the overall development of the country and transforming India as developed nation. Dear students, whatever field you choose to work in life, show your talent and make a difference. Be prudent and walk on the right path. Make your mark as a cultured and sensitive human being. I hope you will imbibe these values on the occasion of this convocation. I am sure that with your responsible actions, behavior and conduct, you will make your parents, your teachers and your Vidyapeeth proud. With these words, I once again congratulate all of you, your proud parents, your worthy teachers, your Vidyapeeth, and wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. Thank you very much and Jai Hind.
Honorable Chancellor Sir, kindly declare the convocation closed.
I declare the convocation of Dr. D.Y. Patil Vidyapeeth, Pune, closed after the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
दोस्तों हाल ही
Ladies and gentlemen, now the convocation procession will retreat. You all are requested to please remain standing till the convocation procession retreats. Thank you all. Thank you very much for attending this 12th convocation ceremony. And thank you to all the dignitaries. Thank you so much.